Really appreciate everybody joining us on this momentous day. It's not lost on me that it was horrible, horrible weather about 3 hours ago, and it's cleared up to be just an unbelievably beautiful day. I can't walk into this stadium without feeling just an unbelievable sense of pride. What we've been able to do here together is incredible. And as we always talk about, it started in the very beginning with great performance on the field and great fan support. Without that great performance on the field and the great support that we've gotten from all of our supporters since 2015, we wouldn't be here. But after we built the great team and the great support, it took unbelievable vision from our local government. And so I want to say thank you to the executive branch of government, Mr. Mayor Greg Fisher. Specifically want to thank Jeff Mosley. I should have paused there, shouldn't I? I specifically want to thank Jeff Mosley as well. His work has been instrumental in getting this deal done. And then, of course, Metro Council. All the support that we've received from Metro Council has been unbelievable. And, I look at some of the things that have gone on in other markets, and it's important that we don't take that for granted, because your local government doesn't have to support you. And it just makes it a lot easier when they do. And look what we've been able to do. This used to be a junkyard right here. Okay, this was a junkyard site. There was an abandoned tank farm just down the hill. And now we have this beautiful stadium. So I want to say thank you to our local government. Of course, I want to say thank you to our owners. We have many of them here today, our owners and our board of directors. Without their financial support, we wouldn't have gotten this off the ground. I want to say thanks to Wayne Estopinal with his vision to bring the team here, and of course the financial support that he and his group brought forward. We've got a good group of speakers here today. Again, we're just really, really happy that we're able to get to this milestone. We've got about another 5 weeks until we play. It feels like we've got a lot to do yet, but Jason at Messer just wants to get the keys handed over here, so that's why we're here. So without further ado, I'll get on with the speakers here. We're going to start off with Mr. Mayor himself, Greg Fisher.
Thank you, Brad, and well, hello and congratulations to everybody. How many folks were at the announcement 5 years ago when we talked about a team coming to Louisville? A handful of us here. Well, think about the contrast of that announcement. We had a relatively good size and fiercely dedicated soccer group at Louisville Slugger Stadium, kind of dreaming about what is possible with professional soccer in Louisville. And here we are, really 5 short years, and I would say short years because in terms of professional sports, things like this just do not happen as quickly as this is happening in front of us here. And it's just been a huge testament to the owners, the players, everybody that says we're going to be putting on the best professional soccer in the United States of America right here in the great city of Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah. I can tell you that Louisville City is the talk of the country when it comes to professional soccer. All of the championships that we've won, but the players that have been developed here, the ownership group, but then people asking me around the country, how's professional soccer being supported in Louisville? And I said, well, let me tell you about this new stadium that's going up. And this new stadium is the talk of the country right now in terms of a venue where people really don't realize, I think, when they come and this place is filled up and it's rocking and we got the professional pitch on here, it is not taking us from here to here. It takes us from here all the way to up here. I mean, this is a huge statement about the future of professional soccer here in Louisville. With Louisville City, with the National Women's Soccer League team coming next year as well, this puts us in an entirely different place. So I want to thank all the folks that have come together to make this happen. Jeff Mosley has been signaled out already. He's the general counsel for the city of Louisville. He also is a tremendous athlete, so he loves projects like these. But, Jeff, you are best in the world at what you do. I want to say thank you on behalf of the mayor's office for your great job as the general counsel. To me, I also want to thank the workers that built this stadium. Thousands and thousands of hours. Messer, for the job that you guys have done. Construction is an amazing thing. Remember when we used to drive along this expressway here, I don't know if you all thought like me. You said, man, that is nasty looking over there. Tank farm, junkyards, all this stuff. Says we've got to clean up the city. So when this project was put together, and great work by John Hollenbach and the team here to get all this property together, it was a win for the city no matter what happened. But then to have a professional stadium like this coming here, and for this now to be the billboard for the city as people drive by, as they drive across this country, it's just a tremendous spot for us. Now the question is, there's a controversy. What do you call this part of town? People from Nulu want to call it Nulu. People from Butchertown want to call it Butchertown. So henceforth, we will be calling this the Booloo section of Louisville. We'll see if it sticks, all right? But thanks everybody so much. Thanks for our fans and our supporters group, the Coopers, Scouse's House. They believed from day one. And that's going to be so much fun to see them with their own sections here in this stadium, teaching all of us how to cheer on this great team and these great championships that Coach Hack and the players are going to deliver for us again. So congratulations, everybody. The city is just delighted to be a small part of this project. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Next up is Jason Larkin from Messer Construction.
Thank you, Brad. The best part of my job is helping take things like this that are just a dream on a piece of paper into a magnificent structure behind us. It's larger than life, and it's great to be a part of it. The moment that I saw this project come up in 2018, I knew I needed to be a part of it. I was a soccer player growing up, a soccer player in college, and the family is just heavily involved in the soccer. Is just our life. So getting to bring this project to fruition has been such a joy for us at Messer Harmon and for me personally. I'm sure my team members also would agree with me. And there's a lot of work that went into this. Just like Mayor said, it's over 345,000 hours put into place. So if you do the math there, that's approximately 39 years of work if you break it down into years that we put in place in about 16 months to make this happen. It's over, yeah. So thank you. That's 1,012 individual workers. So what that means is there's been about 3 million pounds of steel. There's been about 53 million pounds of concrete. And to anchor that concrete and steel together, it took us about 1,500 anchor bolts. So you think about those statistics, what do they mean? It means that every single one of those things was put in place by a construction worker. That man or woman had to physically do that work. And I can say that every person that worked on this project was deeply committed to its success, and you can see that by the detail that the craftspeople put into building this project. So Messer Harmon would like to say congratulations to Louisville City Football Club, to Coach Hackworth, to the players, to the city, to the supporters, and we can't say enough great things about this project, and we can't wait to turn it over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. Next up is USL champion coach, Mr. John Hackworth.
First of all, I want to make sure that everybody knows that Jason has been bugging me for the last year and a half about being on the team. He says he's the best left back, doesn't fear Oscar at all. He can play better than him. So I've heard all these stories for a long time. Now, look, we want to thank you, Jason. The construction team here of Messer and Harmon has done an unbelievable job. I have referred to this building since I learned about it as a cathedral for soccer, and I think looking at it, I was telling Jeff earlier before we started here that I think this is one of the nicest soccer-specific stadiums in our country, and I think it will end up being one of the nicest stadiums in the world, especially when we fill it with all our fans and we see the passion and energy. So again, on behalf of the team, I want to thank everybody from the city, from our ownership group, everybody that was involved, the construction crew. It's just amazing. We can't wait to be in this building and playing and hearing all the noises that we know we're going to hear for many years to come. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Coach. When I was going through my thank yous earlier, I intentionally did not thank the Lynn family because I wanted to give them their own special time here. The Lynn family and VisionWorks as a company have been unbelievably supportive of us, and for us to have their name on the scoreboard, you can't see it from where you're standing, but to have their name there means a lot to us, and we share the same values, and it's great to have a partner that is the collective of the Lynn family. So that said, next up is Dr. Mark Lynn.
You know, the whole thing was worth it because I got one of these cool purple jackets. So, actually, it is actually very humbling to be part of this. We sort of came in on the tail end. All these guys you see over here, they did all the work, all the years, all the sweat, all the, shall we say, fear that went into making a very brave decision. But it's a very good decision. It's a good decision not because of soccer and not because of this great facility, but it's a great decision because it is Louisville. It is who we are. It is what we stand for. It is family. It is moving it forward. And when Cindy and I were asked to be a part or to consider being part, or in other words, when Brad Gordon called me for the 7,000th time, it really turned into what can we do for Louisville? This isn't about business. This isn't about making a dollar. It's not about any of that. For us, it was about family and being here. This is our home. This is where we want to be. This is one of the greatest towns in the world. I mean, and now we've got the shining brand new example that says, look at us. And we're very proud and very humbled to be part of that, and just want to say thank you to the owners, Brad, the team, the mayor, everybody did all the work to get it here. Thank you very much, and we're just so happy to be a small part of this. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Lynn. There's one other person that I intentionally didn't thank in my opening speech because she deserves her own section as well. Councilwoman Barbara Sexton Smith. I don't know that we could have had a better sponsor. I'm glad that she chose to live in this neighborhood to be our sponsor for this bill. When we initially went through the process in 2017, what a great advocate for us, what a great advocate for her constituents and for the city of Louisville at large, and really proud to get to know her and become a friend of Councilwoman Barbara Sexton Smith.
Well, Cindy Lynn standing over there next to me, I said, Cindy, you need to walk up there and stand next to Mark. And she said, oh, no, no, no. And now I'm going to ad lib. Cindy, I'm going to attribute this to you. She said, if I had a purple jacket, I'd have walked up there too. And she said it would fit as a dress. So, where's Tim Malloy? Tim, could you be in charge of getting Cindy a purple dress or jacket? Thank you very much. All right. I think we all owe Mark and Cindy Lynn and their family another resounding round of applause. You know, Louisville, Kentucky, I always say we're a friendly city of faith where everyone is welcome. And I've been looking for a cathedral where we could all come together. And, Coach, you handed it to us on a silver platter today. The Cathedral. This will be the nickname. That means we can all come to this stadium. No matter where we got into this world, no matter what we think or believe, we can bleed red or blue, depending on where you are in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. That's still okay. Because when you put red and blue together, you get purple. That was no accident. Dr. Lynn, am I right about that? You are right. Okay, just checking. So this is going to be so exciting. And I did a little bit of research, and I wanted to understand what I call the wonderful frenzy of excitement all across our nation, especially in our hometown, about soccer. And if you look at soccer, I looked at a poll recently, and it said, why is soccer basically on fire, spreading all across America? And it said that it takes strong business leaders, it takes great community leaders, and then it takes the fan base. Well, we've got all that right here. Another really interesting thing to note, America's pastime. What do they say? What do we say is America's favorite sport? What's the cliche? Come on, say it. Or is it sacrilegious to say that? Okay, It's the oh, I know. It's the baseball, because remember Smokey and the Bandit? Look at that highway. See those semi trucks rolling. Remember what that song was, Mayor Fisher? I'm not singing today, but it's "We're Gonna Do What They Say Can't Be Done." Well, these guys and these gals that put this team together and this coach, they would turn a baseball team, America's favorite pastime, into a soccer pitch whenever they needed to, and won 2 championships doing that. Give them a round of applause. I would say we're going to do what they say can't be done. And then the last thing we need to think about, it should come first. The first shall be last and the last shall be first, are the fans. For heaven's sakes, do you know what % of America calls baseball their favorite pastime? 9%. Guess what % of America calls soccer their favorite pastime? 8%. Coach, can we get that up to 10 this year? Okay. So congratulations to everyone, and Mayor Fisher's dubbed it Boo-Loo. I know one thing. I don't know if it'll catch on or not, but I know something that always has been, is, and always will be. Ladies and gentlemen, we are standing in District 4. Thank you all very much.
My heavens, we put her at the end so nobody has to follow her. Wow. I want to leave you with this. We talk about P3 deals. All of us have heard what a P3 deal is. It's a public-private partnership. And I was talking about this yesterday with my friend Ken Luther, who is a longtime supporter, and he corrected me, because we talk about private business, putting up the money to get a business started. We talk about the local government and the support that they've provided. But we would not be here without our fans. We talked about the fans. And so I want to start calling this a P4 deal, because this is a purple public-private partnership. Somebody write that down.